Hi, welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. So it's Christmas, and we opened up our presents this morning. As you can see, all of the cardboard and bags of wrapping paper. Tack got new Miata tail lights and some tools. Eric got some tools. Jessica got some jewelry. And I got this nifty shirt that I'm wearing. Mini Cooper. I think it's an R56, not an F56, but I still like the shirt. And I got some Emotiva speakers. So I got a pair of T1 Pluses, which are their tower speakers. I also got a pair of A1s, which are their A1s, which are their rear speakers. And I got an A100 amplifier. So I'm going to do a quick video on each of them and, just kind of talk about my thoughts. These are packaged really, really well. I already opened up the other one, but as you can see, there's a big hole here where UPS must have stuck a fork through it or something like that, or I don't know what the hell happened, but there's a giant hole in it. So let's get that opened up. So, start off, these have an outer box, and then they have an inner box. The inner box looks just like the outer box. So you can really tell that Emotiva cares about the products and them arriving unscathed. And we've got this, 1.5 inch of styrofoam all the way around at both ends, both sides. It's packed really well. So let's get this out of here. And then it says accessories. Oh, there's some feet here, okay. And then we have this speaker in a bag. So let's set it down upside down. We'll put the feet on it. So we do have these spikes, and they have adjustment nuts for leveling. So we'll put the nut on the spike, tighten it down. I'm pretty excited to hear these actually, see how they sound. I have an Integra AVR, but I'm going to be powering these two speakers, the front two speakers, off of an A2 amplifier, which is their basics amplifier. It's like 200 watts by 2 at 4 ohms, which these are 4 ohm speakers. So I'm pretty excited to see how they sound. So here they are. Put the bag off, and that is what they look like with their spikes. These grills are magnetic, so they pull off, and they look really nice without the grills on them because there's magnets. There's no holes that these are like attached to. Yeah, I think that they overall look really, really good. The height is good. They're probably a little under 4 feet tall. On the back there are 2 sets of binding posts so that you can bi-amplify them if you want to, the highs and the lows. They obviously have a bass port in the rear, and then, you know, looking at the drivers, we've got the ribbon tweeter, there's the mid-range, and then dual woofers. So I'm pretty pumped to hear how they sound, get them installed, get them set up, and get the amplifier put in the rack. So there they are, the Emotiva Airmotive T1 Pluses. My first opinion is that I'm pretty impressed with them. The overall build quality, the weights, the packaging, everything is really, really nice. So, you know, my first impressions are really good. So let's get the other ones open and we'll go from there. All right. So here we have the Airmotive A1s. So we'll get those opened up here. And the A1s are a height or surround speaker, so they're like a smaller satellite speaker. And it looks like even these small guys are double boxed, which is fantastic. Make sure that they arrive unscathed. So here's the inside. We've got the Airmotive Plus manual. There are two grills. These are flat grills. I believe that these speakers actually come with two different types of grills. We've got some rubber feet. We've got some wall mounts, a couple different pieces of hardware in there. And then in here, we have our speakers. And there we are. So wall mount or reflection. Okay, so there's actually a switch here. So if you're bouncing it off the ceiling or reflecting it off of a corner, you would set it to reflection. If you're mounting it on a wall, you would set it to wall mount. And then when you've got it mounted on the wall, there are flat grills. So here's the speaker itself, mid-range and a ribbon tweeter. And then here is the flat grill, which just magnets on there. Here in the bag, and on the back there are two pins where the this wall mount is going to go. So this gets screwed in the back, and then it will hang here on the wall and aim downward. So I do really appreciate the packaging, the attention to detail, kind of the effort that goes into these. You know, like these come with two different sets of grills, and they come with wall mounts, and they come with like all of this extra stuff. And there's all this, you know, packing material in here, just making sure that they come and they get here and they look like they're supposed to look and work like they're supposed to work. And yeah, it's a really nice setup, and Emotiva clearly cares about the products. So, you know, here we have the kind of the built out grills, which you would be using if you're using them as a reflective speaker, meaning that they're sitting like on top of your front speakers, your towers, and they're bouncing off of the ceiling. And then these would be what we would use when we're mounting on the wall, which is what I'm going to be doing. So these will be my rear speakers in a 5.1 setup that I have. So these are my rears. The T1s are my fronts, and then I have a C2, which is my center, and the A2 amplifier is my amplifier for it. So I do find that I have a bunch of spare parts. Every one of these comes with a book. Some of them come with, you know, screws and other different accessories. So I do have kind of a bag going here with a bunch of spare parts. So that's it. I'll get these hung up, and then I'll do a review and just kind of talk about them after they've had some time to break in, and I got to run the room correction software on them and see how they work with the Integra receiver. So these and the center speaker are being powered by the Integra directly to DRX 3.2, and the amplifier, the Emotiva A2 amplifier, is running off of the front pre-outs, and that's powering the two front tower speakers, just to give them a little bit of extra power. It's my intention in the future to go to a 7-channel setup where I've got height speakers. And what I'll do is I'll get another pair of these and I'll reflect them off the ceiling. So I'll set them on my front towers and I'll reflect them off the ceiling. And at that point, I'll probably go and get another Emotiva 5-channel amplifier, an A5, and I'll use that to run the center, the rears, these, and the height speakers. So that's really about it. So thank you for watching. I hope you'll subscribe, and have yourself a great day.